Hey everyone, this is Stan, and it is Wednesday, January 25th, 2017. It is time for Stan's Tip of the Week. So this week I was kind of thinking about what I wanted to talk about in my tip, and I had gotten an idea. And the funny thing is, I got a phone call right after I had the idea, and it kind of cinched up what I wanted to talk about this week. So the tip of the week is that we shouldn't assume that we know or that people know what we're talking about. So when we write up ads and websites and stuff like that, we kind of assume that people understand what we're trying to get at. And so sometimes we don't put all the information in there. And I've come across that as I've helped people with their websites. I see that they only have part of the information. They just assume that people understand what they're trying to say. And then I look it over and I have no idea what they're trying to tell us. And so the tip of the week is basically that we need to make sure that when we're writing something up, that we're not using words that are standard to the industry, and that we're giving really good, clear explanations of what we're talking about. So, for example, I got that phone call. It was a sales phone call, and basically the guy was trying to sell me something, and I understood the gist of what he was trying to sell me, but then he started using some terms that I wasn't really familiar with, and it kind of went over my head, and I wasn't going to buy from him anyway, but I was like, well, that kind of cinches up what I was thinking about talking about today, because here's this guy, he just assumes I know everything that he's talking about. And he's a salesperson, and I've come across that numerous times, and they're usually in sales pitches. I've been to several things where me and my wife sat down to a sales pitch, and we walk out of there going, what just happened? I only understood 50% of what he was telling me because he's using industry terms. So make sure when you're writing up ads, write them up for somebody who, kind of keep in mind a friend or a family member who has no idea about anything that you would be talking about. And try to explain it to them from the very start. Don't jump into halfway into the explanation. Make sure you start at the beginning. Here's what I'm trying to accomplish. Who are we targeting? The who, what, where, when, why, and how type thing. And just make sure you don't use big words that are only for the industry. Another example, in Top Surfer, we do have terminology that we use. For example, solo ads. Solo ad is an email that goes out to all of our active members. So when I say solo ads, some people know exactly what I'm talking about, and others have no idea. And so usually when I send out an email ad trying to tell people about solo ads, I usually tell them in there a solo ad is an email ad that goes out to all of our active members, so that they understand what that word means, and that the next time they see it, they'll understand what it is. So there's things like that you want to make sure that you're careful of. Anyway, hey, that's all I have for you this week. I hope you have a successful, safe week, and we will see you at the top.